Still fighting reality, I race down the empty corridor up to my gate, and then I see it through the window. There it is. My plane! Dumbly rolling away? My friggin' plane. I missed it by seconds. I've come all the way from Barbados. I was so close, and this is so wrong.
Come fly with me, come fly, let's fly away.
2 tickets to paradise and make it snappy.
Attention passengers, we need another volunteer.
Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff.
Hello, and welcome to Come Fly With Me and Other Travel Mischief. I'm John Lapidese, and these are my personal travel stories of adventure, mayhem, foolishness, and swinging through the jungle of life. You ever get so frustrated you surprise yourself with an outburst of anger? You ever get so angry you surprise yourself with an outburst of frustration? You may have, but I did, at Miami International Airport. It was cathartic for me, though it did piss off a few hundred people. Guess it wasn't as cathartic for them. Elaine! Bring back my plane! Do you remember near the end of The Graduate, where Dustin Hoffman finally realizes he's in love with Catherine Ross and wants to be with her? He jumps into his Alfa Romeo and races to the church where she is about to be married. Ben, Hoffman's character, gets to the church, runs up the stairs, and spots Elaine, Catherine Ross, at the altar. He's too late. She has just gotten married. It's too much. He erupts in despair. Elaine! Ben shouts again and again. He pounds on the glass wall separating them. Elaine! Elaine sees him, and suddenly her desire for Ben overwhelms her. Ben! She wails, and then all hell breaks loose. Great scene. Unforgettable. To be moved to such passion and such despair. I've often wondered, would I ever be capable of expressing so much passion, so much emotion in an explosive, defining moment like that? I didn't think so, and yet once in my travels, I did just that. And like Ben, I too got fast results. So, me and the guys were doing a video shoot in Barbados, a beautiful little Caribbean island. It's a tiny country within the British Commonwealth system, full of charming, colorful surprises. Ancient stone windmills dotting the island, one of the oldest synagogues in the Western Hemisphere, the plantation house where a young George Washington stayed with his brother Lawrence. Since our client was the Barbados Tourism Authority, we of course photographed all these things, plus astonishing beaches, coves, and delightful villages. We finished the job, and we're ready to leave lovely Barbados. Except we're stuck at the airport. Just stuck. Nothing moving. Planes delayed. It's getting dark. 5 hours of waiting, sitting on our suitcases, cursing a well-known American airline. Soundman JR, normally a pretty calm guy, shared our growing frustration.
It was crazy, and there was nobody helping us with anything. There was no information, and then when the plane finally did arrive, it was like, is this our plane? Is this someone else's plane? And I just remember it being just a mess.
Finally, a plane comes in for us. We are moved to a new holding pen. Now more waiting. More shuffling, like a Cold War Eastern Bloc bread line. Back when they had bread lines. I don't think they do anymore, but we do. Our American carriers are bringing them back. Now we're on the plane, headed for Miami. Tired, sweaty, but finally on our first leg going home. Of course, by this time, all our connections are shot to hell. The flight attendants helpfully read out some new connections for us. My wonderful crew is Rochester-based. I'm LA. So as we hit the ground in Miami and race through customs, we do our quick goodbyes until the next shoot. And I'm off. But I don't know where I'm going. Got my gate number, but where's the damn gate? It's very late, and I'm very late. And there is no one around from the airline to help. I run stupidly in one direction. I run stupidly in the opposite direction. I'm burning through time. Then I spot a sign from my gate indicating a new corridor, and I am off like the Flash, but a little faster. I hit the new corridor, and it's as clean as the day they laid the carpet. I mean, it is empty. No one is there. And you know what that means. All the plane business, all the boarding and stuff, it's done. Everyone's gone home. Still fighting reality, I race down the empty corridor up to my gate, and then I see it through the window. There it is. My plane! Dumbly rolling away? My friggin' plane! I missed it by seconds. I've come all the way from Barbados. I was so close, and this is so wrong. Leaping to the glass wall separating us, I pound it. My plane! I pound harder. My plane! I punch the glass with the fury of a young Dustin Hoffman just starting his career. The pilot sees me, and the two of us lock eyes. Thank goodness he doesn't yell, John! A la Catherine Ross, but he does something even more amazing. He stops the damn plane. We stare at each other, and then the plane magically starts to roll forward, back to the jetway, back to get me.
That's because they knew it was you.
They
the
knew
only
the
guy in history
story.
that ever got the plane to come back.
I'm trying to process what's happening. I stopped the plane? I stopped the great big aeroplane? And now my emotions are catching up with me. So, you remember that moment at the very end of The Graduate when Dustin Hoffman and Catherine Ross run from the church, jump onto a Santa Barbara city bus, and take their seats all the way in the back? They sit there trying to understand their feelings about what just happened, all that they have put into motion, and you can see the ripples of thoughts and feelings crossing their faces. In fact, they don't even know what to feel. Well, that's kind of where I am as I stare at the massive jetliner reversing course, coming to pick me up. It's like the giant plane, no, the entire airline industry is apologizing to me for its impatient oversight. How could they have not waited another few seconds? For me. Maybe that's why there's still some simmering rage within, but also now a feeling of power, and truthfully, a little gratitude welling up. This turnabout happened so fast, I am just not sure how to feel about any of it. Should I hang on to some righteous indignation? Give him the hairy eyeball and show him no one messes with John Lapidese. Sir, can I see your boarding pass? I swing around to see the gate agent who has just shown up. Sure, yes, of course, thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay, I guess I'm going with gratitude. As I head down the jetway, I am indeed happy they came back for me. But also pissed at the airline for putting me through waiting 5 hours in Barbados, not having anyone on the ground to help me in Miami, and pounding the glass like an unhinged whack job to stop this plane. Man up. They owe me this. Show some defiance. So I step onto the plane and face off with 30 rows of judgmental stares, or roughly 200 faces, all looking me over in disapproval. Sorry, I squeak with a smile. You putz, I think to myself. I hurry down the corridor, accidentally banging my carry-on into people's arms and legs. Sorry. I hate myself.
Were you sitting in first class or were you in coach?
Coach.
So they just think they schmuck in coach.
Middle seat and coach.
That's hilarious.
This goes on until I find the one lone middle seat, next to a very elderly lady who gives me a scowl. I smile back at her and cram my carry-on under my feet. I close my eyes and let out a sigh. Who cares? I made it, and after 20 hours, I'm on my way home. Just 5 more hours to go. Those 5 hours whiz by at about 500 miles per hour. In no time, I'm back in LA, safe and warm, just like in the Mamas and the Papas song. Except my bags are still in Miami. Thanks to musicians Pam Shannon, Simon Mathewson, and Robert Farmer, plus my buddy JR, and all of you for listening. This is Come Fly With Me and other travel mischief. Tell us about your own adventures at comefly.net. We've got lots more podcasts, and you can sign up for our newsletter, plus subscribe to future shows on iTunes. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a review on iTunes as well. I'm John Lapidese, the guy that can summon airplanes back to the gate. As always, looking forward to traveling with you soon.